How's it going, everybody? Today I thought we'd take a look at the BakerBoys distribution family tree. By that I mean I wanted to get a visual presentation thing of the companies associated with BakerBoys distribution. Some of these companies might not be in business anymore. There's a lot of them. I put a few more of them, smaller ones down here. I just thought we'd take a look at them today and go through them one by one. First of all, if we look at the BakerBoys website, there are a few brands up here: Baker, Deathwish, Shake Junt, Heroin, Psychedelic, Birdhouse, and Sour. Those are the only ones on their website. But if we look at the Wikipedia, there are a lot more brands. So I'm not sure which ones are currently under BakerBoys distribution or not, but I thought we'd go through them today. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off with a little bit of history. As we all know, Andrew Reynolds, right here, the boss, he started Baker Skateboards under the distribution company Blitz Distribution back in 2000 or so. A few years later, Eric Ellington and Jim Greco, who were team riders on Baker, they wanted to start their own company, Deathwish Skateboards. So they were like, hey, Reynolds, we want to start our own company. And Reynolds was like, oh, cool, let's start a distribution company together so we can distribute the Deathwish skateboards. So Reynolds, Greco, and Ellington started BakerBoys distribution together. And then a few years later, around 2011 or so, Baker decided to move from Blitz Distribution to BakerBoys Distribution. And then BakerBoys Distribution just kept growing and became this big distribution company that distributes products for a bunch of different companies. Starting off over here with Shake Junt. Shake Junt, as we all know, is a grip tape and bolt company mainly, but they make a lot of different things. They make bearings, they make some skateboards, they make shirts and hoodies and stuff like that. Owned by this guy, Shane Heil, another Baker dude. This is what their website looks like. Shake Junt Holiday 25 catalog. If you're into some Shake Junt stuff, get there while you can, as they say. This is the classic Shake Junt grip tape that we all know. I've had quite a few of them myself. It's a good grip tape. Let's move on. We got Heroin Skateboards. Heroin Skateboards is a British company founded by this guy.
My name's Mark Foster, also known as Foss. I own Heroin Skateboards and Snot Wheels.
They're known for their cool shapes, a lot of egg shapes and stuff like that, and their cool graphics. So that's Heroin Skateboards. We're going to be moving on here. Birdhouse is, as we all know, Tony Hawk's brand. They're also distributed by BakerBoys Distribution.
The reason I started Birdhouse was because I thought my career was ending as a pro skater, and I wanted to curate my own team because I felt like I had a good eye for talent.
Moving on from Birdhouse, we got Psychedelic, a sock company founded by Brian/Hansen and Justin Figgy Figueroa. Some website did say that Riley Hawk is also a founder of this company, but I couldn't find any confirmation on that, so Riley might be another owner of the company. I don't know. But let's take a look at their products, their catalog. They have cool socks, colorful socks. They sell socks. That's pretty much it. Another BakerBoys distribution company, Gnar Hunters, founded by Alyssa Steamer, another Baker alumni. If you go to Gnar Hunters' website and click catalog, you get fall 2022, so I'm not sure if Gnar Hunters is still a thing or not. But they make clothes. They made a Nike collaboration, this Nike Dunk Low with a Gnar Hunters logo on it. That's what they look like. I don't know if you can find them anymore, but that's Gnar Hunters. And then the last one that's, according to BakerBoys Distribution's website, currently affiliated with them is Sour Solution. Sour Solution is a Swedish skateboarding company. Used to be Sweet Skateboards back in the day, and then something happened and they changed the company into Sour Solution. They make skateboards and they make apparel. And they sell them here in Europe. I'm in Sweden, so I'm quite familiar with this brand. If you haven't seen their videos, you should totally check them out. They are gnarly skaters, skating gnarly spots here in Sweden and Europe in general. So that's the main brands in the family tree. But if we move down here, other or former brand or affiliations, we have quite a few other ones here. Starting off on the left here, we got Happy Hour Shades. Braden Safransky is the owner of Happy Hour Shades. I was a huge fan of Happy Hour Shades back in the day. Actually have a few pair. Let me show you. We got the G2s right here. Never really worn these actually. Got another pair of G2s. These are the really dark ones. Can only wear them if I go to the beach because they are really dark. And then we also have the John Dixons, which I got because they can do this. I've never worn them in public though because I don't really think I can pull them off. But yeah, they do this. That's pretty cool. So Braden, if you're watching this and you're wondering who the random Swedish guy was that ordered a bunch of happy hour shades back in the day, that was me, okay? All right, we're going to move on to the next brand, Volume 4, the Nooch, another Baker Boy. It's a clothing brand that he made. I couldn't find a website, so I'm not sure if it's currently a thing, but they do have a old Instagram account. I remember back in the day when I saw Brian Herman's 9 Club episode, he was wearing this Volume 4 jacket, and I really wanted it. I thought it was really cool looking, but I could never find it anywhere, so too bad. Couldn't get it. Anyways, moving on. We got Hammers. Jim Greco. Remember Jim Greco? The dude that started Death Wish together with Eric Ellington. This guy, yeah, he also started Hammers. And what is Hammers, you may ask? Hammers was like a company that made everything. They make boards, t-shirt, hoodies, jeans, shoes, a lot of stuff. But as you can see, most of it sold out, probably isn't in business anymore. They even made some cool videos. You should totally take a look at these videos. They're quite artistic. Moving on, we got Palace. It's a British company. If you go to the website, click web shop, you find the biggest variety of clothing. Like you can just scroll on here forever. Look at this. Palace skateboards, and they have like 1 million jackets, 1 million pants, 1 million sweatpants. Look, it's insane. And they have shops all over the world. They have shops in the US, in Europe, in Tokyo. So it's a huge brand. I'm not that familiar with Palace. If you'd like me to dig deeper into Palace skateboards, I'd love to make a video about it and doing some more research on it because it seems quite huge. We're going to be moving on to Death Digital. Death Digital, or Death Lens, is basically a fisheye company for smartphones created by 2 dudes. I don't remember their names, but they're snowboarders, and they seem to make some legit lenses for smartphones. So you can see here on the website, fisheye lenses, cases, accessories. If you're into filming skateboarding and you want a fisheye for your camera, if you're using your smartphone, go to this website, deathdigital.com, and get yourself a Death Lens. All right. We're going to be moving on here to Ashbury Eyewear. As you can see, it's like snowboarding goggles. I'm not a snowboarder, so I don't know a lot about this, but they also sell some sunglasses and other eyewear. All of these are sold out, though, I just noticed, so I don't know if it's still a thing. But Ashbury Eyewear apparently was distributed by Baker at some point. Moving on to Illegal Civ. Most of us probably have heard of Illegal Civ. Skateboarding company / lifestyle brand, but also a movie studio. Apparently, I went to their website and this is what it looks like. Coming soon. Very interesting. And then if you do a quick Google search, the first thing that pops up is, why did everyone quit Illegal Civ? In May 2022, Alex Midler, Kevin White, and Zach Saraceno all quit Illegal Civ after not being paid for over a year. So I don't know if that might tell you something. Illegal Civ might be a shady-ass company. It might be a cool company. Basically, I'm not even sure what Illegal Civ is. It seemed like a club for the coolest dudes ever, and I was not invited, so I don't know what it is. So we're going to be moving on. Andrew Reynolds, Mark Johnson, and Atiba Jefferson had a little hat company a few years ago. ABC Hat Company. Apparently, it stands for Already Bald Crew, since they're all bald. Couldn't find a website, but I found an old Instagram. We see a lot of familiar faces on there. We got the Nooch, we got Young Cater, skateboarders making hats, pretty much. Next one under Baker Boys distribution is this one, Call Me 917. Or 917 or whatever. It's Alex Olson, another pro skateboarder, his company. Call Me 917. They make skateboards and clothes. just like every other skateboarder's company. I wasn't familiar with this actually, so I don't know a lot about it. If we click About Us, we get 404, page not found. Not the easiest company to find information on. All I know is it's a skateboarding company owned by Alex Olson. Moving on. We're down to the last company right now on my list, which is The Heated Wheel, Neil Blender's company. The Heated Wheel. It's also another skateboarding company. Weekly special polarized trucks, only $54. Very small trucks. I don't know what those are for. Some type of pennyboard or something like that. But yeah, the Heated Wheel seems like to be a legit skateboarding company. Their website is actually a lot nicer than some of the other skateboarding companies that we just looked at today. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the family tree of BakerBoys distribution. As far as what I could find, it's not easy to find or to do research about this because there's not a lot of information to be found. But what we do know is BakerBoys, they have a huge warehouse somewhere in California where they stock products and they collaborate with all these brands and ship products all over the world. It's a worldwide thing. Everybody loves Baker Skateboards and BakerBoys distribution. No wonder Andrew Reynolds is called the boss, since he is basically the boss on top of everything, together with some other people, of course. I want to thank you for watching this video. If you have any comments about something that I missed or left out or something that I might be incorrect about, please let me know in the comments. And if you want me to dig deeper into some of these brands or make another deep dive into some other skateboarding topic, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night.